Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenevec, along with Carol Master. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. Today with us is Bloomberg News equities reporter and deputy team leader for U.S. equities, Carmen Reinecke. Carmen, lot to choose from on the upside and the downside as we get close to the end of the trading day. What's on your radar?
Yeah, so the first one I'm looking at is Oracle. Now, you were saying tech shares looking really good today. This is one that we're definitely seeing getting a little bit of a boost, maybe a rebound from the software sell-off that we saw last week. So ticker ORCL shares are up about 11% right now. This is the most since September 10th for this stock. It's been pretty beaten up lately. It looks like there's just enthusiasm around all of this CapEx that we're seeing sort of pledged from the biggest companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. And there's also an upgrade on this today. So D.A. Davidson analyst Gil Luria upgraded the stock to buy from neutral. He also noted that the firm is feeling more optimistic about the company's relationship with OpenAI. So that's something that's kind of come into question previously for the stock. Just if those deals were going to, be beneficial overall.
What's really wild too is you had Bernstein cut their price target on this stock. It's like I feel like there were a fair amount of maybe a few other analysts, but you're right. It's like the street's focusing on what we got from D.A. Davidson and what they had to say. So I just find that, I don't know.
Well, shameless plug for one of our chats last week with Gil Luria. He joined us.
Yeah.
Check it out on the podcast feed.
Yeah, he's super interesting, right? Yeah. All right. So we're keeping a watch on Oracle, definitely on the move. KD ticker, which is
Kyndryl. So this was spun off from IBM. It's an IT. It's another tech company. So there's a lot going on here. The stock is down about 56% right now. This is a record drop. So a few things happened this morning. The company reported earnings that were a little bit less than Wall Street expected, but in addition said there was some leadership changes. So CFO left, General Counsel left, and then there was a switch in one other leadership position.
Stock's getting killed this year.
They also said the company received a voluntary documents review from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's Division of Enforcement. So they're reviewing a lot of their financial practices. They're saying that they don't anticipate any financial impact from this, but they have delayed some of the quarterly filings and say that they are expecting to report material weakness in the quarter, full fiscal year, and the first 2 quarters of their fiscal 2026.
And they also missed earnings today.
Exactly, right. Well, that was the first thing I said, that they missed earnings, but there was a lot other things going on under the hood there.
That's not what people are focused on.
Well, I'm like, it's down so much year to date. That's because of the slide today. Yeah.
But this was spun off from IBM back in 2021 and sort of like the legacy IT services business. But a decline of more than 50% and at one point trading volatility paused too?
Yeah, it was paused on the downside and then actually back up on the upside. And now, trading off of the very, very lows of the day, but record. I mean, it also, got a downgrade today from JP Morgan. So just a lot of negative catalysts.
You have those Mondays where you're like, I just shouldn't have come to work. I should point out it was down 23% last year. In 2024, it was up 66%. In 2023, it was up almost 87%. So it has had a run, but certainly not the case so far this year. And now to a name that I feel like we're all thinking about post-Super Bowl, because they had one of the commercial spots. Maybe we're not all thinking about it.
You stayed up late watching the whole thing.
That's why I'm a little crazy today. Hims & Hers Health.
Yeah, Hims & Hers, so ticker HIMS. Shares are down about 19% right now, most since June. So Novo Nordisk said that it's suing the company for making knockoffs of its obesity medicines. So Hims had previously said that it was going to sell sort of a copycat version of the weight loss pill. It said earlier this week, I believe, or Saturday over the weekend, that it's scrapped those plans. It's not going to sell this copycat version, but Novo still is saying it's going to sue Hims & Hers. So shares are down on that. And actually, let's look. Novo ADRs were up a little bit today when I looked earlier, about 5%.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio Live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.